what are your thoughts about Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime performance? I thought it was symbolic. I thought it was dope. It was apropos. We were all waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all wanted to see if he was going to say the thing, and see if Universal had their lock on it like we were told they did. I guess they do. So how do I feel about it? I wasn't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. I thought it was. I think the symbolicism with Orange, Mr. Orange sitting over there was perfect.
Yeah, well, I thought it was all like, I don't know, made up. I don't know. But it was nice. I didn't think it was gonna go that far, that strong with Samuel Jackson. But yeah, it was nice.
Awesome. Too many people don't understand it.
I thought it was amazing. I mean, he really put a lot of messages in that performance, and I hate to say it, but white America was not ready. However, Samuel L. Jackson did let them know ahead of time in the Uncle Sam. I thought it was genius. What do you think?
Right, and I think Donald Trump had to leave.
We loved it.
Ooh, shit! One of the greatest performances of all time. Like he said, the revolution was televised. Absolutely.
Bullshit! You should have killed your motherfucking choreographer. That was bullshit.
I like the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime performance for the culture. I'm a big hip hop rappers versus trapper type, and I love what he did for the culture. He stood on them boys.
I think that was one of the best performances I've ever seen.
It went over a lot of people's heads up until, everybody started dissecting it, breaking it down, all that. I think he delivered a great message, but I don't think people are still going to take it serious enough because, us, especially the urban America, we're not ready for it, But it was kind of boring, but it was a great message, I'd say.
And the Kendrick Lamar performance was, I think, very well thought out. He really told a story, and I appreciate the story. A lot of people don't understand it because a lot of people don't understand our history. A lot of people don't understand our culture. A lot of people don't understand our mindset.
My thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime performance. I thought it was real black, man. I think Kendrick Lamar did a real example of some stuff that black people need to talk about. I think it was more informative than it was entertaining. So I don't know if that was the right platform for him. Kind of on the fence with it, you know what I mean? I would have liked to see some other artists featured in those songs, you know what I mean? But I mean, Kendrick Lamar dope, and I love the fact that he's, really implementing a message in the music, and it's not just that mumble, yah, 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 where you don't know what they're saying, you just listening to a beat. But I think Kendrick Lamar did his thing, man, so shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Keep doing it.
Performance, I like that he has a good message in his performance, but I really didn't like the performance like that, to be honest. But I do like the message that he put out in the performance. I just expected to see Weezy out there. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Lil Wayne.
I loved it. The symbolism in it was crazy. I'm very into art. I'm an artist myself, recording artist myself, so I think that the performance was phenomenal. I mean, it was very Black History Month. I'm a pro-blackity black ass nigga. I went to Howard. Y'all see this? So I'm all about being black and being great, and a lot of it went over a lot of people's heads, but it was very, very good.
There is a revolution starting, and if you got the message, you got the message, and you need to be ready. Yes.
Real quick, I feel like a lot of people in the younger generation really didn't understand the message behind it. It may have not been for an entertaining moment like Super Bowl, but I mean, that was the biggest time that he had to showcase it, so I respect it.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first watched it, I thought it was bad. I did not like it, but after seeing on social media, like, people post about the symbolism that was actually in the performance, and like rewatching it back a couple times, I was like, okay, I really did like that performance because he was trying to send a message, and he did it on the most watched performance in the nation. So I do respect Kendrick Lamar for that, and I did like his performance after hearing about the symbolism that was shown in the performance.
My thoughts about the Kendrick Lamar performance. I thought Kendrick Lamar performance was really good. Very, very message infused. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. Very classy, well put together. I like Samuel L. Jackson being in there. So, and all, I thought it was a good performance.
I think that man showed out for the culture. He showed out for Compton. He stomped on that Canadian dude while doing it, and he made it the biggest seen Super Bowl ever based on what they said about the numbers. I love it.
It was killer. He did that doggone thing. It went over a whole lot of people's head, but I understood the message and the assignment.
I thought it was dope. I want those jeans for real. He brought back a whole wave of bell bottoms. That was amazing. I was like, wow. I feel so seen.
Shit, I ain't really see it, but I heard bro dropped a lot of jewels on it, so you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I got to go check it out. I'm going to check that out.
I thought it was a great performance. You know, everybody looked for something different, but technically it was a message inside of it. So, you know, if you know, you know. Everybody's mind ain't wired to think that way. So, and if it's not, that's cool too, but we know what's going on with Kendrick. Shouts out to Kendrick, man. Keep doing your thing.
I felt like he did pretty good. You know, he could have gave a little bit more energy.
They not like us.
Hey.
I mean, the message, though, the American flag, the joint being shaped like the PlayStation joint, taking us to Compton with the light post. How he had the homies on the light post. I don't know.
And Serena Williams, you know.
Oh, man.
So he did his big one, you know.
Number one, I'm from California, so you should already know how I feel about Kendrick. That's like, I'm 10 toes down. That's Ace Boon Coon. I feel like he did everything he needed to do. Tens across the board.
I like the performance, man, but I want to say this. I've been a hip hop fan. I fell in love with hip hop since I was a kid. So that performance, was really significant to me. I kind of understand some of the chatter, but listen, it was his platform. He was awarded at the time, so he decided to do what he did with it, and I loved it.
First of all, the Kendrick Lamar halftime show is one of the best halftime shows I've ever seen. First of all, and you have to imagine that Donald Trump is literally sitting there in the audience. Now, I don't know if y'all saw that everyone was wearing the American flag, but in those American flags, at the end of it, you saw that they were doing Squid Games. The X, you had Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam. It was beautiful. References in front of, that's like probably one of the first time our voices might have been heard. Hated, but heard.
Man, I watched the whole thing from beginning to the end. It was fire. It's one of the best ones I ever seen, you know what I'm saying? Up there with Rihanna. I can't think of the other ones, but it was up there, you know what I'm saying? It's top 3 that I've ever seen, you know what I'm saying?
I definitely feel like there was something for everybody. If you really look into the intricacies of it, it was really deep and it was really a lot of symbolism for the show. But if you just like his music, then it was a great show. A lot of great cinematography and videography going on too.
I thought Kendrick did a good show. I mean, I thought that the choreography was amazing. I think the scenery, the setting, all that was nice. I'm not sure that as far as the in-depth meanings is something that we were trying to figure out during the Super Bowl. So I think there was a split with fans on people just enjoyed the show, but maybe they didn't pick up all the subliminal messages. No, Kendrick did a great show.
I thought it was amazing. Performance was amazing. The symbolism, amazing. And agreed, if you missed a point of it, then go back and watch it, do some research. I even had to research some stuff. I'm not going to act like I know everything either. But it's a great educational piece for people to be able to take action and actually learn what's being said.
Amazing message. I definitely get what he tried to do. I get why a lot of people said it wasn't what he was looking for, of course, but it was very deep for sure. I liked it.
I liked it, man. I know everybody criticizing it. Well, I guess not everybody, but you're getting a little bit of both. I enjoyed it, man. I liked the message behind it. I thought it was the right time to make a statement that he made. But, I think it's just one of those kind of things, man. When you winning too much, especially off of one thing, people kind of get tired of you. So maybe that's where it is, but I enjoyed it.
I thought it was cool, man. I ain't really watched the Super Bowl like that because I ain't even in the football, but I thought it was pretty cool. A lot of people missed out on the message that was in the Super Bowl, and that was very good. So, yeah.
I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but I thought the comments were interesting. I heard he was super woke on the Super Bowl performance.
Man, Kendrick, that's one of my favorite artists of all time. I think he's one of the greatest lyricists in the rap game ever. What I will say is that I wish he would have picked a better set. I think that he should have done his greatest hits. I don't know if there was anything behind the scenes legally as why he couldn't have used songs like We Gonna Be All Right, Mad City, some of the classics, Money Trees, whatever. and some of the songs I never even heard of before. I know it was real symbolic. I think he could have made it symbolic and still done his greatest hits. And I got an unpopular opinion. I think bro should have brought out Drake. I think if he had brought out Drake and been like, hey, bro, we ended this beef right here, and just squashed it, and they did Poetic Justice together, or brought out Wayne in New Orleans, it would have gone crazy. It'd have gone crazy, so yeah.
It was cool. I'll be honest, like, I thought it was like, it was too, what's the word? Like, you had to think about it too much. Sometimes it's just better just to have some good music without a super, like, performance type of thing where he got
Well, I would disagree. I thought it was an epic performance. I thought the symbolism was amazing. I think the symbolism was amazing. I think the message was heard. Hopefully it was heard. So I really enjoyed it because I think it was needed and it was timely. And so, yeah, it was raw performance, amazing.
I thought the Super Bowl halftime performance was pretty good. I did feel like it lacked a little bit of energy, but overall I felt like what he wanted to accomplish was accomplished. So, but other than that, it was pretty good.
I thought it was really provocative and necessary for our community. I think if you missed the plot of the whole performance, you should go back and rewatch it.
It went over a lot of people's heads, man. There was a lot of messages representing us.
I think that Kendrick Lamar ate. I feel like it was an actual performance. You know, there was dancers. He wasn't just walking around, so he gave an actual performance. I think he did a great job.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on with none of that.
I ain't gonna lie. I fucks with the dude. I think this performance was well past giving. He went out there and made a whole statement, and I feel like the rest of the industry, they're gonna hear that out. They got no choice but to respect it.
It was a dope performance.
To be honest with you, love Kendrick Lamar, great artist. I just felt as though we should have got a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar is known for having very profound performances and whatnot. I feel like for the 10 million plus budget that he had, we should have got a little bit more. I don't even think he used the whole 13 minutes for his performance. But, I mean, it was cool. You know, no shade to him or nothing like that. I just felt like we could have got a little bit more on the performing side of it, yeah.
Hey, King Kendrick. King Kunta. The Super Bowl performance was way better than the game. Let me see. I learned a lot of things about how to put a good show together. I thought he told a story, and not for nothing, I don't think we ever seen a Super Bowl halftime performance like that. That was real theatric like that, you know? Sam Jackson came out, Uncle Sam, that shit was hot. I like that.
I think it was pretty good. I gotta watch it over because I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but I really enjoyed what I've been seeing from it, though.
I fuck with it. I like it. I really like the symbolism behind it.
I feel like it was real educational to the ones that ain't educated. They learned a lot, and I hope they learned a lot. But I liked it a lot. What you got to say?
I didn't watch it. So weak. I didn't watch it. I was too busy, but I mean, from their answers, very educational.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was chill.
Shit, he killed it. He did, regardless of what the haters gonna say. I've been rocking with K-Dot for a minute. You see what I'm saying? Back, before he was even cool. You know what I mean? I've been rocking with K-Dot. Shit, I fuck with it. He always deliver an artful taste in all his performances. He do more than the average shit. He ain't just walking around the stage, grabbing his nuts, pause, you see what I'm saying? Just doing whatever. He actually putting on a motherfucking performance. It's art. So, I mean, I think he killed it. You dig what I'm saying?
Honestly, the halftime performance, I personally enjoyed it myself. I like the songs he played and stuff like that.
Personally, man, I think it was really, for lack of better words, half-assed. They should have had Lil Wayne there. You know what I'm saying? He's a GOAT. He's the king of New Orleans. It should have been him. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little biased. Lil Wayne is my favorite, but you know, Kendrick couldn't do what Lil Wayne did. Period.
For me, come on, love yourself. I am not necessarily a fan of Kendrick Lamar per se. I only got a chance to hear a few of his songs when I was younger. But what I will say is you can tell when somebody put time and work into their craft, and that's definitely something that Kendrick has done. And I didn't have much of a strong opinion on it. I just thought it was an artist going out there doing his thing, and I feel like, man, that's the only thing I can respect. Somebody out there chasing their dream, pursuing their passion, and pretty much putting their best foot forward. So that's all I saw.
Okay, so the halftime performance, I feel like it was pretty good. It was decent. I could have gotten a lot of more energy and another couple of more song selections he could have done, but overall I feel like it was, maybe like an 8 out of 10.
It was great. The people who got it, got it.
Nah, that shit was definitely dope. I feel like anybody who has negative criticism about it, like they mad because they didn't perform. He didn't perform the records that they wanted him to perform, or they was already looking for something negative to say anyway. But it was an entertainment. It was a show. Like at the end of the day, that's what it was about. Like it wasn't to get your preference of what you wanted to listen to. I enjoyed it.
Man, it was very knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? It was entertaining as well. But, you know what I'm saying? It was like a concert performance, more so a Super Bowl halftime show. That's in my opinion. You know, I fuck with Kendrick, though. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I feel the same way. It was cool, though. It was cool. Was it better than Mike? You think it was better than Michael Jackson shit?
I don't know. Michael Jackson stood for like 30 minutes like this.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know.
It had the stadium erupt.
It was really controversial for sure. Everybody wanted to know if he was going to do the song, so I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he did the song, and it wasn't bad.
I guess.
I mean, I feel like the same way everybody else feels, man. The people who was mad was going on. For the folks who was mad about it, they ain't like us. They never was. It wasn't for them. If they mad, fuck you. Simple as that.
I think it was cool, but honestly, I haven't really watched it. I haven't watched the whole thing. I've just seen clips on the internet.
Well, I thought that it was lit. Number one, I always like somebody who's a little bit of a rebel, and I appreciated that smile. Hey, Drake. I hear you like I'm young.
I thought it was very powerful and motivating, and it was just a wake-up call for America, pretty much.
I think it was, how he says it's not like they not like us. I think it was the people that understood it were the people he made it for. I think the overwhelming majority of the people that didn't get it, it wasn't made for them. And I think it was a sign of the times.
I think he did an excellent job. I was really entertained by it. I loved all the symbolism that he had behind it. He really represented the black community very well. I loved it.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. But it wasn't for the weak in mind. You had to be using your brain with it. So I loved it. I loved the show.
I thought it was good. He showed power to the people. There was a lot of message behind it. So it was a good choice Jay-Z did.
My thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime performance. I thought it was good. I liked every second of it. I jammed out every song. I knew every song. And I think I'm still going to be picking apart that performance because there's a bunch of different things that I probably ain't noticed. So I'm definitely going to watch it again and again and again.
I mean, it was fine. It was fine.
I
liked
it.
On Instagram. I ain't watch it.
It gave me a little inspiration on it, you know what I'm saying? It definitely got impacted the culture for sure.
I thought it was a very impactful performance. Now I wouldn't give it like the best performance of all time because you can't compete with Beyonce, you can't compete with Janet Jackson, you can't compete with even Dr. Dre, but I love Kendrick's performance. I think that it was a very powerful message behind it all. So yeah, I thought that it was really dope.
Most of his performances are based on seeing the bigger picture and putting out the struggles out there on live, on blast. So honestly, we should have expected it, but I know a lot of people weren't a fan of it at first, but honestly, I really liked it. I enjoyed everything, every part of it.
Yeah, my thoughts really, like I said, I love his desire to be intentional about the messaging, of who we are in the creative space and how we're represented in the media space as black creatives or creatives of color. I get that intentionality to Nick's point as well. I think there could have been more, but I also know the politics around it. There's only, at times there's only so much that these outlets provide us as creatives of color. As far as our freedom of speech and how we can showcase and illustrate that.
before they had started doing all the shit on Instagram, right? I thought the shit was dope. I realized the American flag and all that shit, but you know, to get on Instagram and really capture what it was about was really dope. You feel me? Because I really thought it was just more about Drake, but to really find out about the background behind that shit, you know, so that shit was dope for sure.
I feel like I love the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl performance. That thing was banging. He killed it. A lot of good vibes, good interaction. Love the interaction he had with the crowd, and it was something we never seen before. So I was definitely messing with the Super Bowl performance.
I'm older. You know what I mean? I ain't necessarily a fan of rap like that no more. To answer your question? Yes, sir. Like, I appreciate it, you know what I mean? But like, and I understand it, you know what I'm talking about, for the culture, but like, that's what we get, you know what I'm talking about, for the culture, right? Like, I got kids now, you know what I'm talking about? I'm older. So like, I don't know if I, like, you know what I mean?
Ooh, so check it out. Y'all ain't really breaking it down for real. Like, a lot of people say, oh, it's the worst Super Bowl performance, and there's a lot of parts and pieces to unpack about that. Anything with Kendrick Lamar, in his discography of his art, it's artistry. And if you don't really take time to really understand the nuances and everything that's behind it, you'll miss the whole subject. That's why he made sure not to overdo it with all the extra theatrics and everything to really give y'all the real message. Like, if y'all even pay attention, how most women are even portrayed inside of the Super Bowl, women weren't scantily clad, they were fully covered. That way you don't have so many distractions. But people see what they want to see, man. But I thought it was awesome.